Different story when it comes to building a business. To some, it's never an easy task to partake, and to some, they have very good stories of how they started from scratch and built their empires to profitability. And that's the reason why Business Kenya and MC Moments have partnered to bring you Biz Talks. Biz Talks. And here we shall be hosting mentors, people who have gone ahead of us, people who have created these empires, people who have also on the verge of creating these particular big businesses. And these lessons will be valuable for you, the business person, for you, the aspiring business person, the entrepreneur, so that at least you can make wise decisions when it comes to building that business. So every Friday at 8 a.m. on all business platforms, that's the Facebook and YouTube channel. And all right, good morning and welcome to Biz Talks. I hope you're keeping well from wherever you're watching us from. I hope you're keeping safe. I tell you, right here in the house, my goodness, the house is a bit warm, getting hot, because guess who is in the house? I guess I've been trying to tell for a whole year to sit right here, and Ngechu is in the house. And guess what we're talking about today? Building a successful business and leadership. Why? Because her story will inspire you. How from an SME to a business empire she has managed to do all this, and how she's as well sitting in the advocacy stage for SMEs in this country and businesses. My goodness, as I said again, Ngechu, so what do you need to do? First of all, sit back, grab your cup of tea, because I'm about to serve her one, and share. Let us know as well, and keep me company, tell me where you're watching us from before we start. Mary, it's good to have you here.
Thank you, Mayor.
Karibu sana. I know I had whispered that I will serve you something courtesy of Melvin's tea. So I want you to flip your cup. By the way, what are you going to have?
Melvin tea.
Yes.
Let me see what you have.
Yeah.
I'll go for the purple tea.
I see, yeah. Purple fits you. Purple fits you somehow. I'll do myself a hibiscus. So you're going to have it with hot water or some
Hot
milk?
water.
Hot water.
Yes.
Great. It's good to have you here. I like the green that you have. Who are you wearing?
Thank you, Maina. My green today, I'm dressed by Caro Kenoti.
Oh, Caro Kenoti.
Caro Kenoti is a fashion designer, and she's also one of my girlfriends.
Ah.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I must also say who I'm wearing.
Yes.
I'm wearing Spot On Apparels.
Yes.
They also do amazing work. Maybe we'll exchange contacts. You might give me Caro Kenoti, I'll give you Spot On. You never know.
Yes,
We
sure.
might as well promote each other. But the fact is, it's always buying Kenya and building Kenya, and it's really good to do that. So guys, as I said, I'm seated here. I can't wait to start this conversation. So if you are there as well, please click on that share button as well. Let me know where you're watching us from as well, and let's enjoy this amazing conversation of really sharpening each other and getting to learn from a titan in the industry who has really seen it all in a way. So Mary, once again, have you mixed your tea? Are you ready to make some sips as we go?
Yeah.
Good to have you here as well.
Thank you.
So Biz Talks is all about really having conversations about entrepreneurs, the challenges they have, the ups and downs, their journeys and all that. And we are so glad to have you here. And I would want to start this conversation by first of all asking you, when you go somewhere and people ask, oh, Mary Ngechu has come. Who is Mary Ngechu? When people ask you that question.
Thank you, Maina. Mary Ngechu, I would say I'm an entrepreneur. I hear people talking about serial entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And for me, I would call myself, again, a serial entrepreneur because I'm doing many things.
Yeah.
And why I would say that I'm an entrepreneur is because I'm the vision bearer of my businesses.
Yeah.
To me, an entrepreneur is the dreamer, is a person who carries the vision, is a creative person.
Absolutely.
And the creativity that I bring in my enterprises, innovation, simply just to create and develop solutions for my customers.
Lovely.
So Mary Ngechu is an entrepreneur who is passionate about decent job creation.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why I am working very hard to create decent jobs. And I'm also very passionate about empowering others. and especially the space of women. I'm very passionate about empowering the women and the SMEs of this country. And the only way I can be able to empower them is by sharing what is it that I have done, sharing my experiences with them, and through my enterprise journey.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Lovely. And indeed, a lot of people already tuned in. Geoffrey, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Samuel Baraka, he does a very nice peanut butter as well. He's right here, tuning in Nairobi. Oh, even my very designer as well is already in here. You see how I'm looking? Anyway, so today, thank you so much for that introduction. And I love the fact that I could hear even empowering others as well, which really speaks a lot about the leadership that we talked about. But let's first of all get into your line first. And before we just jump into what you do first, I want to ask you this question. Were you always envisioning yourself as an entrepreneur, or was it at some point something that you saw and you said, let me jump into this? How did you just get into entrepreneurship?
Now, an interesting question. My background is that I'm a local girl born in Nyeri. My family, my parents were not in business. So I did not grow up in the background of business. So thinking how to be an entrepreneur was not an option because I did not even know what entrepreneurship is. So I think my strength in wanting to do new things, to explore things, wanting to offer solutions that have led me into entrepreneurship. And a lot of people ask when you're growing up what you wanted to be. And I will not say that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I would say that I had qualities of an entrepreneur from the time that I was growing up. And that's why I've said I'm a dreamer.
You're a dreamer.
Yes, I'm a dreamer, I'm a go-getter. So I think it's those qualities of me that came out in my later life. I went to school, I was employed. I've done telecommunication engineering. I worked for Telcom for 15 years.
That's what you did.
Yes. So I don't think telecommunication had anything to do with entrepreneurship. So, but I got myself into this space.
Wow, and it's a lovely space to be in.
Yes.
Before we get to exactly now what you do, how long now have you been in entrepreneurship? My oldest enterprise now is about 18 years. 18 years?
Yes.
That's a mature person who's ready to vote.
Yes.
Good one. Wow.
Yes.
So that's 18 years journey in entrepreneurship.
Yes.
We are seated here ready to learn. Okay. So let's get into understanding now your line of business. And we have now the line Plast, you know, and I know there are many other babies that have come along the way. But let's start into it. What is this all about?
Okay, thank you, Maina. So Line Plast Group is a synergy of 3 entities, and our oldest entity is called Line Art Solution. And Line Art Solution was started and founded by my husband. It's a printing press that offers label printing. Then I joined him within the first 1 year of him starting his business. So I left my employment from Telcom. And when I joined him, I went to help him with the normal things that women do. Administration, making his tea in the office. And also helping him to organize his finances. But when I was doing that, I realized that there were other different opportunities that I could tap into. And that was packaging, because every label that we were making was getting into a packaging. And 60 years after I joined him, we started the Plast packaging. And because then we had 2 entities, we agreed that he manages the printing and I manage the packaging. The packaging side. Yes. And we continued like that until, fast forward, I say several years, like 3 years after that, I realized I think the strength of our business was the combination of the 2. The printing and the packaging, simply because we target the same customer. You need the package and you need the label. So I then walked through that journey of bringing back these 2 companies together. And I started now what we call the Line Plast Group. So Line Plast Group is an entity then of 2 companies, one doing packaging, the other one doing the labels. And we then now pride ourselves that we offer packaging solution, a total packaging solution, where we work with manufacturers and because of the problems of plastics, we have heard the world saying that we want to ban plastics.
Yeah.
And you look into your businesses and you think about, if we close and we stop producing plastics, where would my business grow? We have also seen a lot of opportunities that come in with trade agreements. There's the Free Africa Continental Trade that we are looking into. There's the regional EAC trade. Then you look at those opportunities, how can you be able to tap into those opportunities? Then I thought I needed to get another entity, which then we started the entity of Aromacare, which is an entity that produces cosmetics. And
this
we
is
also,
like the latest baby?
Yes. My Aromacare company is 3 years old. This is the 4th year.
Okay.
So you can imagine, through COVID year, it's a business that we've been able to build.
Wow.
And I'm very proud about Aromacare, because I would say, even through COVID, I can tell you that we are in every part of this country with Aromacare. Our products, the market loves our product. I've put a lot of effort in understanding the cosmetic industry. And what I'm trying to do, I say, is that I want to offer good quality as at affordable price.
Absolutely.
Good quality at affordable price, because the people who are in Mashinani, who we will call the mass market, they also deserve to have good products.
Everybody needs to look good, smell good, and look nice.
And price is sensitive for them. So we do our production in a way that we are able to give them the best quality, to the level of what you'd get from the imported products, but we give them with local prices that they can be able to afford.
Wow. Wow. And definitely that's an edge there. So even as an entrepreneur, I hope you're taking notes. You know, we're going to fish a lot of things today. Affordability is something to think through, especially when you're looking at the mass market. Wow, where are you watching us from? Please click on that share button. Mary Ngechu is in the house. We want to really get to learn from her. So you've just spoken about, you know, some of the companies under the Light Plast group of companies. And now the packaging one, I just wanted to know, is it whether, I don't know whether this is permitted, but like what are some of the companies, maybe one or two, that you offer some of the packaging solutions for?
Now, I will say that we offer packaging solution to both the cottage industries and also to multinationals.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to mention names of the companies that we are working with, but I'll give you the scope of the industries that we are working with. We work a lot with the cosmetic industry, like my company, Black Essential. We are offering all the packaging. So all the packaging that you see in our product, whether it is a container, it's the label, and the product that is there, that is one of the company that we are offering our products to. We focus on the cosmetic industries, we focus on the agrochemical industries, we focus on the food and beverage. A lot of people who are packing water, especially when you see, we specialize in making specific designs for our customers. So we may not have a lot of mass water, the people who are in the mass market production of water, but a lot of people who are in the niche market production of water, they are using our packaging. We also work a lot with the pharmaceutical industry. We are huge in the pharmaceutical industry, where we sell the bottles, we sell the labels that come around, and we also sell the boxes that come into the packaging of that. So our focus is the pharmaceutical, the cosmetic, the food and beverage, and the agrochemical industries.
Lovely. That's Plast Packaging Industries and Aromacare. Now let's talk about this, because you know I'm seeing very beautiful things. I've seen some of the products. They are already on the shelves here. The beauty industry is huge, as you said, and as you've said, affordability is key. So for the amazing people who would be like, oh, okay, so what are some of the products in that beauty line that we have? I can already see a shampoo here. So for all of you who are trying to do some nice cleansing and conditioning, I'm reading things here. This is where to go. This is sweet berries shampoo, all those kind of things. So apart from shampoo that I'm seeing here, I can see other things. What else can some of the people expect to find in this side of the beauty side of it.
In Aroma Care, we have 2 brands.
Yeah.
And our first brand is Black Essential. And Black Essential is our popular brand.
Yeah.
We have a whole range of hair care, which we have the shampoo, we have the conditioner, we have the hair foods, we have the hair oils, we have the treatments, everything about hair care.
Yeah.
Then we also have now a body care range where we have body lotions, and we have body creams, we have the glycerins, and we have a big wide range of products that are coming in place before the end of the year.
Yeah.
The next brand that we have with Aroma Care is called Pure Magic.
Yeah.
In Pure Magic, we do cleaning solutions, disinfecting and cleaning.
Yeah.
We have sanitizer.
Yeah.
During COVID, I think one of the best solutions that we gave for the country was a sanitizer. We were the first to come up with the liquid sanitizer, the spray sanitizer in this country.
The first people to do this.
We were the first people to do that.
Yeah.
And the reason why we did the spray sanitizer was because when you're in your car and you want to sanitize your dashboard, you want to sanitize your laptop, your mouse. A lot of sanitizers then were gel, so we did that.
It would be very hard to really use it.
Yes, so I got a bit of help from Germany, and we were able to develop a free spray sanitizer, and everybody now is doing the spray sanitizer.
We'll talk about that because entrepreneurs might end up saying, hey, my goodness, how do I even get out of the borders? But we will get to learn more about it. But this sanitizer, by the way, first spray one I saw, I was walking around somewhere, State House, and I saw them using it.
Yes.
That means, wait, my goodness, the people are using it. The people.
Yes.
Now, anyway, lovely. And we'll be talking about the journey because, I'm trying to simply break down so that our viewers can get to know some of the line of things that you do. I'm not sure whether you've exhausted them. Is there another product we've not talked about in terms of the companies under the line Plast group of companies?
Now, I've talked about the Aroma Care.
Aroma Care,
I've talked about the sanitizer, but we also do floor cleaners. We do industrial cleaners. We are doing what is called cleaning in progress, which in every manufacturing entity, especially in food production, you need to do your cleaning processes. So we have a whole complete range of the cleaning in process products, and then also for the floor, for your hand wash, for the toilet cleaners, we have all those range of products. Both for the institutions, for me I mean hotels, I mean schools, hospitals, and then also for the industry. I've talked about the food industries. The food industry will be wide into the production where you're producing meat, where you're producing milk, where you're producing juices. So for your cleaning solution, that is what we focus on.
That is where you go to.
Yes.
My goodness. We'll talk about how to diversify because, there's a lot of conversations here. I can already see a lot of comments. Can I read one for you?
Yes.
Just listen to this one. This is one person who looks up to you. Madam Mary, looking lovely. With an emoji,
Yes.
And she says, thank you so much for your mentorship and inspiration to SMEs under your mentorship. Spot on Apparels. Oh, Spot on Apparels is one of them.
Thank you.
You've actually mentored my designer.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
I thought I was going to do an introduction. Kumbe. Now, this is lovely and we're doing so well. So let us know. Feel free to ask any questions, send in any comments that you have. We have Mary Ngechu in the house. And I want to say this is a household name when it comes to matters, entrepreneurship and the journey. Now, let's talk about now your journey of developing all these products that you have and doing businesses, because I'm sure there could be many questions people would want to know, entrepreneurs as well, because everybody aspires to grow them. But it's been an 18-year journey. So, of course, Rome was not built in a day. And so, but what are some of the things that we could really share to sharpen them up? And I would want to ask you this. At what point did you think I need to diversify? And I would want you to explain that in line with people who feel, okay, I have this product, and then you also see maybe there's a demand for another. Do you just jump in, or do you develop this one first? From where you sit, what is your experience like?
I think you mean, I've started by telling you that I'm a dreamer.
Yes,
and I've said an entrepreneur is a creative mind.
Yeah.
So being an entrepreneur with a creative mind, you see opportunities.
Yeah.
I have one of my friends who says that Ngechu has 1,000 ideas in 1 minute. So when I'm sitting here looking at your business, I can already see opportunities that I also can come and turn around your business.
Wow.
But that is not my line.
Yes.
So when you get into entrepreneurship,
yes.
when I started my business, I was scattered, like any entrepreneur would be,
yes.
because I walk here, I see opportunities, and I wanted to do everything. So, but after some times, I had to zero in and understand what is my space.
What's your space?
What is my space?
Yes.
And my space then is the reason why I've given you that journey of saying I am making plastics, I'm making labels, I am providing packaging solution. So the packaging solution means that I have a scope of growth, because anything packaging I can touch, and I'm not outside my scope. But if you tell me to manufacture cars, that is not my space. That's not your space. Maybe my sons will manufacture cars. I forgot to tell you, I'm a mother. A mother of 3 children. A mother of 3 children.
3 children?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, my firstborn son is an engineer. He's done mechatronic and robotics. Up to his master's.
Yeah, that's close to what you did. Things are mechanic things. You know?
Yes, my second-born son has also done electrical and electronic engineering.
Oh, those lines, eh?
Yes. So we are a family of engineers. Wow. And I have a little girl who is 10 years. She's creative. She loves to paint. She tells me that she'll get into the creative industry. So as an entrepreneur, you see a lot of opportunities. So you have to be able to define what your space will be. So packaging solution is my space. Anything packaging, I can touch. Outside packaging, I'm not able to, I'm not interested in that space. Then I've gone into cosmetics, and I'm clear that I'm doing cosmetics and cleaning and hygiene solutions. Cosmetics, why I went into cosmetics is because it's broad, it's wide. There's quite a number of products that you can do around cosmetics. So I'm not limited into shampoo and conditioner. I can grow into lipsticks. I can grow into color cosmetics. What I need to do is to understand the market and grow myself. So I have a growth path. When I started, I did not understand that. Business, when you start a business, business has different stages. And when you're starting a business, when I started, my first focus was sales, because I needed to pay my bills. I needed to pay myself. At least I needed to afford a better dress than what I could buy when I was employed. I needed to have free time, which I didn't get, because a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people, when you're starting a business, you think like, I want to start a business so that I can have time, I can run away from this employment, have freedom. Then you start a business and you realize that you have almost become a slave of your business and you have no time to rest.
Absolutely. It's because a 24/7 thing.
It's a 24/7 thing. When you start a business, you have to give it your time, you have to give it your all. Your all. But you have to be aware that you cannot do that for long. It's not sustainable, because you cannot be an expert for everything. You have also to understand when you're selling to the customer, maybe what you started producing and giving to the customer is not necessarily what the customers needed. So you have to listen to the customer, and you have to keep equipping yourself to grow yourself to meet the needs of your customer. Because I've said offering solution.
Absolutely.
Entrepreneurship or businesses is about offering solution. So there's no way you offer solution without listening to the needs of the client. So when you come from the first stage of the business that you are really focusing on sales, because you need to meet the day-to-day running of your business. Then the second stage is to improve your production. When we started, I think my biggest dream was to see my packaging in supermarkets. I deal a lot with the cottage industry. And all of the cottage industries were people who were selling in beauty shops, in kiosks and all that. But a lot of the small industries, their products could not get into the supermarket. So I need to see my packaging in the supermarket. So I want to see when I sell my jar to the people who are making honey, I want to see that honey in the supermarket. So, and what that has pushed me into advocacy to start fighting for this space for these people, so that I can see my labels in the supermarket. What has pushed me into growing my business to start working in the multinational, so that I can see my products or my packaging in the supermarket. I think few challenges come in when you're starting the business. But for me, what has helped me is clarity of mind of where I am and where it is that I want to go. The space of what it is that I can touch, what I'm doing, and what I cannot be able to do. So for entrepreneurs out there, especially when you're a startup, you can do so many things because that is what an entrepreneur does. But you have to quickly align yourself into, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm focusing on. Because without focus, then you cannot be able to grow it.
My goodness, clarity of mind, focus. Hey, now let me ask you, because you've already touched on a word that I wanted to ask you. Because definitely in the growth of such companies, you know, the way you have been doing it, there must be definitely some hurdles that you had to jump, some challenges definitely that come along with you. And as you said, you know, today you deal with this challenge, another one pops up the next day. From your end, I know there could be many. We can have another show of just challenges in doing business here. What are maybe 1 or 2 or 3 challenges that you see in the day-to-day operation of an entrepreneur in this country, you know, and that you can tell entrepreneurs, you better be careful because you will face these kind of things?
I think one of the challenges that I see, I would call it distraction.
Distraction.
Yes, and I'll call it distraction because you start, I give an example.
Yes.
I know I want to do shampoos. And I want to do strawberry shampoo. Then I get into the market, I see Maina is making shampoo, and you're making aloe vera shampoo. Or you're making orange shampoo. Then I start thinking, I think aloe vera is the one that is selling, orange is what that is selling.
I need to go.
Then I'm distracted, I start making orange and aloe vera. Then I lose focus on my strawberry shampoo.
Oh my goodness.
So distraction comes along a lot, especially in the entrepreneurship space, when we try so hard to look at what the other people are doing and not understand why they are doing what they are doing. It is good to know what the people out there are doing, understand how it is that they are doing it, learn from the best practice of what they are doing, but define your space and be focused.
You're right.
So it is distraction that I've said that makes people lose focus. The other challenge I would say is not, you know, understanding things from the service. Understanding things from the service. I say, I want to get into this business of making cosmetics. Then I don't understand what it takes to send my products into the market. So I have a very good product, and I have no idea how it is that I'll put it in the market. So, and I'm understanding, I'm asking myself, why are people not buying? This is the best product. I believe in it. I have tried it. It is so good. But why are people still not buying it? Because I didn't take time. I only understood one part of the production, and I did not necessarily understand the customer. The customer need, or I did not understand how to get my products into the market. You've heard a lot of people saying that, and I want to use the SME space because I'm advocating for them. I have started being an SME. I am growing myself to a big entity. I want to be an example of an SME who was a startup, and I've grown myself into a big company. So you'll hear a lot of SMEs saying that they have products but they cannot be able to supply. A lot of people say that we want to buy from the SMEs but they don't have capacity. Capacity in production, that is in quantity, capacity in quality, quantity and quality. So challenges is like if you just understand things on the service, then you don't even understand the quality that is required. And quality means a lot of different things, depending on the market that you're trying to address. Some people quality is the price. It's a good product. It's good quality because I can be able to afford to buy it. Some people quality, it's how it feels on on their hands or on their service. Some people quality is it's how it smells. Other quality to them is the ingredients that are in that product. What is the solution that product is offering? So you must be able to understand different aspects of quality. You must be able to interpret quality to the needs of the customer or to the space that you are in, to the market that you are supporting. You're selling your product. So understanding your business from the service, not getting deep into it to understand the whole. Let me say this. I've done a lot of business studies, and I'll say my first business study that I did, business executive course that I did was Strathmore Business School. Oh, yeah. There's a program that they call Owner Management Program. Yeah. And when I did the Owner Management Program at the Strathmore Business School, yeah. I went back and I was also sort of like, okay, do I close my business and start by putting up a business plan? Mm-hmm. People don't understand why you need a business plan. Mm-hmm. When I started my business, I didn't have a business plan because I said I got myself in it. And I moved. And you moved. And by the way, you're not alone. There are so many of them like that. Yes. 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 But I had to get into that level and say, okay, I need a business plan. Yeah. So that I don't lose focus. Mm-hmm. I'm not distracted. Mm-hmm. I get to understand exactly what is this solution that I'm giving to my clients. Yeah. Is it what they want? Yeah. Is it what the market want? Mm-hmm. So understanding the depth of the business that I'm doing. I would ask you to stop at those two because they're heavy already by themselves. You go marinate on that. You want to know more, you can always reach out to Ngechu. She'll give you some more. But hold on, distractions, a big thing that happens. You know, you see something else, you want to jump in, and so that you lose focus. Understanding things just on the surface, go deeper, get to understand, because those frustrations sometimes can mess your business big time. Wow, thank you so much for those two. Let's talk about, there are so many things as you're speaking, I was speaking out, and I feel like, what, we need 2 hours today. However, let's go back to the packaging. Anyone who could be watching and maybe wanting to get some packaging solutions can reach out to you, right? Yes. How can they do that? Just writing to you on social media or anything of that sort? How? Yes, they can check out on me at Ngechu Mary. Okay. That is my social media, all my handles from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Wow. I also have a website. Yes. Also Ngechu Mary. Yeah. And they can speak to me. Awesome. Yeah. Throw that message in if you wanted that. Somebody was asking, how can I get some of these packaging solutions? Because I can tell that's something that every entrepreneur, especially if you are in an industry where you need to pack something, that you may need a lot of help on that. Let's talk about marketing, because when you're talking about just doing business, you mentioned a little bit of that. Because growth, you know, after now you have stabilized, because you spoke big time about, you know, looking at stabilizing your business. I think on the side we're talking about maturing your own business. Definitely one of the key things is selling, marketing. If I may call it selling stock marketing, so that at least you have a constant flow of your products to particular markets and all that. From where you see it as, you know, as an entrepreneur that you are, what would you give as advice when it comes to matters looking for markets and, you know, selling your products? What would you tell entrepreneurs today? Now, I would look at it as twofold. Okay. There's selling the product. Yes. That is a transaction where I give you and you give me money. Yes. There's building your brand. Yeah. And this is building confidence. Confidence. With your client. Absolutely. Of your brand. Yeah. And for me, I give my journey in what it is that I have done. I've said, especially for the cosmetics, I'm trying to offer quality products at affordable price. So every day I sit with my salespeople, I tell them, when you go to the market, remember, we are selling maybe to the wholesalers, to the distributors. Their core need is the margin. How much money are they making? Yeah. So we have to meet that need. Yeah. Then when they buy our product, they will sell it to the salon or to miner who need to use that product to clean their hair. Yeah. So what does miner need? The interest of miner is the quality of my product. Yes. So I balance those two things. The price and the quality. Yeah. When it goes to marketing, then my price is for sales. Yeah. My building the brand and the confidence comes in the quality of what it is that we put in our product, in how it is that we position ourselves in the market, in how it is that we meet the needs of the market. I give an example. Yes. I am selling in Mombasa, I'm selling in Kisumu, I'm selling in Nyeri. I have to understand what do people of Mombasa want, the people of Nyeri, the people of Kisumu. It gets even now harder when I think that I want to go to Tanzania. I have to be able to listen to the needs of the people of Tanzania. Okay. of Uganda. So in marketing is understanding the need of the consumer for me. Position yourselves that they can be attracted to whatever it is that you're selling. In sales for me is the transaction. So listen to the needs of the prices and all those things. So for me, those are key things that I do.
Lovely, lovely. And I hope you took some of your notes there. My goodness, where are you watching us from? A lot of comments coming in. Let me know where you're watching us from, and if you have any questions today, it's sort of like we're in a class. Getting to learn, getting to ensure that Mary gives us all the tips of growing our businesses to where they are. My goodness, Lord, thanks a lot for these tips of advice. And let me just read a comment. I'm just trying to peruse through some. Najma, as always, thanks so much for watching us in Nairobi here. Generous Namu watching you with many others from Aroma Care Production Unit. Oh, some people are checking it out. But then speaking of which,
Yes.
How many people work under your companies?
Yes. Thank you. Directly, I have about 300 staff.
Post there. 300. Sorry.
And let me tell you, Maynard, this gives me joy. It makes me wake up in the morning. During COVID, I think what really helped me to push through the first phase of COVID, we are not outside COVID, was the fact that I walk into those factories and I see the 300 people who depend on those factories to put food on the table of their families. And whether we are making money or we are not making money, that was a drive enough for me to wake up and do what I have to do.
My goodness, 300 is not just a number, it's a huge number. Especially when we're looking at creating employment in this country. That's lovely, and many people benefit out of it. There could be many questions about managing people that I will ask you later on, if time allows. But I want to just appreciate, I was appreciating Generous Number, somebody who is watching from that particular place, and some of the people watching on YouTube as well. James, watching from Kilgoris, Narok, thanks a lot for watching. Frank as well. Interesting topic. Entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. What do you have to say? Is it lonely?
Entrepreneurship, I would say, is why people will say lonely is because you see, you are a dreamer, you're in your own space. You're dreaming. Sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you feel like everybody else is not catching up to the speed of where you are. Absolutely. So you feel like you have to pull everybody. Why are they not getting it? Why can they not understand it? But I've said the entrepreneur, the dreamer, the manager is the person who organizes and who plans. So when you're an entrepreneur, sometimes you may lack those the professionalism of planning and organizing. So in your team, you need to balance that. So as you're dreaming, as you're creating, as you're innovating, then you need a team that complements you, that helps you to manage and organize things. I've said that there's one thing that I love to say, that entrepreneurs live in the future. And learning in the past.
What does that mean? I like that. The entrepreneurs live in the future.
Learning in the past, never in the past, and learning in the present. For me, what it means is that I am now done with the Carl Activator gels. I have finished. It is ready. The market loves it. We are selling. So I cannot keep thinking about the Carl Activator gel. I have to start thinking of what is the new product that we're going to make. So it's like building a house. Once you finish your house, then you either stay in it and live in it and get comfortable, or you start thinking of what else are you building. So that is the future.
What else? Don't just settle. By the way, I'm learning a lot of things here. There's a Carl Activator right here. Shine your way, extra shine. I'm learning a few things here and there. And by the way, even I went to my kinyozi, and he told me there are certain things now we can start using. But I'm yet to get there. But I think I'll tell him where to get products that I can trust. So in case I know the owner, the person who's doing that. Is it?
I'll tell you, our shampoo is currently the best selling in this country.
Lovely.
Yes, our shampoo and conditioner. Yes.
By the way, I'm going to have my conversation with Mike Inyozi. I don't know what shampoo he uses in my head. But from now, moving on, are you going to leave me with this?
Yes, what I'm going to do is that we have what we call a salon pack and a barber pack. I'll give you my products so that you make sure that your kinyozi, they use that. And also what we do is that we like to get feedback from the people who we are working with. When I started, I do a lot of giveaways to my girlfriends. I do a lot of giveaway anytime I go to give a talk, maybe into a conference or something. So I give my products, and why I give away is to be able to get feedback.
Wow.
because there's what we are thinking that our product is doing, but we need to get feedback from what now the customer is interpreting our product as, so that we are able to meet that that need of the customer. We are very customer focused. We say we are customer centered. We need to meet the needs of the customer. So we equip ourselves a lot in understanding what the customer need, and then we come up with innovative ways and creative ways of how it is that we can meet the needs of that. We can offer the solutions of the customers, of our customer. So I'll give you my products.
I can't wait.
I'll listen to your feedback.
I will give you.
So we'll see how we can grow it.
So now, let me just say this, that Mike Kinyozi, you better be happy, because now I'm coming products. This time around, you'll not charge me because I have products in it. but thanks a lot for that. I mean, and this is, I like that, because that's a strategy. That sometimes as an entrepreneur, don't just jump into selling. Sometimes just get that feedback. It's important because it builds you to have the best product out of it. You know, the tips there are just being shared by Mary, so you better be taking some of your notes as we're going on. Now, there's so many things that people are saying here, so many questions. So I'm even sometimes wondering now, do I jump now full into the questions people are asking, what do I do? But entrepreneurs live in the future, don't just settle. Now, let's get into the leadership part of it now. I know you've already started sharing a little bit of it. We've talked about the business much more, but I want to speak about leadership. And I know I'll just mention a few of the things I know about you. First of all, 2018, you were crowned as the 2018 Entrepreneur of the Year, Ernst & Young, right?
Yes.
Wow. What does that to you? What does it mean?
Now, let me say, I've gotten several awards along the way.
This is just one of it.
Yes, this is one of it. And I think what these awards do for me is to simply firm it up for me that what I'm doing, people can be able to see there. A lot of time, leaders don't even know that they are leaders. So they just do what it is that they do best. So sometimes the community identifies you as a leader, even when you're not thinking yourself as a leader. But when you get into that space of being recognized, then you have to be aware. And from a self-awareness level, then you start developing yourself to be a leader. Because you cannot be a leader without knowing the environment that surrounds you. You cannot be a leader without understanding what it is that drives you into the leadership. Because leadership is service. And leadership is service to the community is never about you. When you become a leader, it's not about you, it's not about your business. It is about others. When you are a leader in your business and your leadership is about you and it's about your business, that is not authentic leadership. For me, I don't know whether it's like commercial leadership. So I'm leading because I want something. But when you start leading because you want something for you and for others, for me, that is true leadership. So I got recognized by Ernst & Young 2018 as Entrepreneur of the Year. In the winning women category. I was a group of the finalists. We were 5 of us. I've also been recognized by the UN as the UN Person of the Year. That was 2017. And my recognition from the UN Person of the Year led me to an initiative that is very dear to my heart that I call Takataka ni Mali. And Takataka ni Mali initiative is about environment. I am manufacturing plastics, so it is important that we also take care of the matters environment. I work a lot with youth and women in the dump site. I work with the county governments, and what we do is again try to empower them to see opportunities around waste management. So we train them and we create an ecosystem that brings in recyclers, people who buy the waste. So Google Takataka ni Mali and you'll see that is my baby. It's my CSR project for my businesses, and we have created a lot of opportunity for youth and women in this country around the waste management area.
And that's another big conversation we can have, because a lot of entrepreneurs need to also think beyond just the profits and everything else. That there's a place of also concern of your environment and the people around you as well. I like that. Takataka ni Mali, just check it out as well. I'll be checking it out as well here. Now, I only mentioned one. Let me just go to the next one. You also chair the KEPSA sector of entrepreneurs, SMEs. Talk about it.
Now, the SME space is a space that is very dear to me.
Yes.
And I have said I've identified my purpose as empowering others through sharing. And I've also identified that I want to share in the space of SME.
Yes.
So I sit in as a chair for SME at the KEPSA SME Club.
Absolutely.
I also sit in as a chair for SME at the EABC, at the East Africa Business Community.
Absolutely.
So I've been tasked to come up with a platform for SME.
Yes.
I also sit in the advisory board committee for KEM for the SME Hub.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you also know that I sit in as a chair for women in manufacturing.
That was my next thing. You're the chair of the women in manufacturing. I'm going to get to that.
Yes. And I'll tell you, this is space that aligns with my day-to-day life.
Yes.
I don't have to struggle to understand the needs of an of SMEs.
Yeah.
Because I've been there.
You were there.
I've done it, and as I'm paving my way for the next level.
Yeah.
So I'm paving the way for me
Yeah.
and for the others.
Absolutely.
And for me, that is the leadership service that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So as I'm trying to look for solutions of how it is that I'm going to sell my products across the region, then I want to open up for my products, and as I'm opening it up, I'm also opening up for the others.
Wow.
So the SME space for me is service. These are not paid positions.
Yeah.
It's their service. But when you look back, if I look back and I see that the only thing that I did was Line Plus Group, I think it is not exciting.
It's not very exciting.
What will be exciting is when I see how I grew Line Plus Group and I was able to carry others along. And they have grown from my sharing. I do a lot of mentorship of people, not necessarily structured mentorship, by platforms like these ones. I do one-on-one. I have a lot of people.
You do a lot to so many
Yes. So I have a lot of ladies that I'm working with. Simple questions of how can I be able to go around this? How can I grow myself? Yes.
Alrighty, so many questions coming in. Please send it in. I'm just about to jump into that. But now let's talk about WIM as well, because now it's very much known, and I've seen you're doing a lot of work with the Kenya Association of Manufacturers and WIM, the Women in Manufacturing sector, and you were going around the counties doing big things. Let's talk about WIM first of all, and I have something that I discovered as well. Please correct me if I'm wrong, that I know somehow, somewhere in my own research, that about 80% of your workforce is actually women.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, and I'll tell you something about.
I wanted to just clap for you live here because whoa, okay, because there's a reason why I'm doing that. But tell us about this. Is it deliberate, and what are you doing with WIM?
Yes, I've talked about identifying your space.
Yes.
When you identify your space, then you are able to be intentional about it.
Yeah.
And I've said that one of my space is to empower women. And I can only empower women in my space. And my space is my entities that I have. So I've been deliberate about it.
Okay.
And not just deliberate about having women working for me, but also being deliberate about when these ladies are working for me, where are they working? So I put them in the production floor. Manufacturing space is a space that is known to be for men. A lot of people will think that manufacturing, people say that it is male dominated. And I do not want to say that it is not male dominated, but I will say that we have a lot of women who are in the manufacturing space. And a lot of women who are in manufacturing space, but they are not even aware that they're in the manufacturing space. Or they still have this imagination that manufacturing is those big factories that Mary has. It's those big machineries that are there. So what they tend to forget is that Mary started from a kitchen, from a one space, but I've grown myself into that. So what we are trying to do with the Women in Manufacturing program, and this is where we are going to the counties, we are trying to identify those people who are manufacturing, who are making things in their backyard, who are making cosmetics, detergents. When we went to the North Lift, it was very interesting that we encountered, I saw a lady who is making strawberry jams. Not strawberry, gooseberry jams. It was very nice, and I thought, wow, how do you make jam from gooseberries? And she's growing herself and she's creating a path. I sat with a lady who is doing similar to what I'm doing with the Pure Magic, and she was telling me her biggest problem is getting into the supermarket. And I was asking her, why do you want to get into the supermarket? When you get into the supermarket and you only have capacity production of maybe 1,000 pieces per hour, so that maybe the capacity production that you can do is 1,000. Why are you fighting in the space of the supermarket? Why don't you make sure that everybody who is in your neighborhood loves your product, and your market is your neighborhood? Then the moment you circulate your neighborhood, then go to all your friends. Then after your friends, then you go to the supermarket. After you finish your county, go to the next county. Absolutely. So sometimes it is important that we are able to bring these women together. We sit with them together. We grow with them together. The focus that we have with the women in manufacturing at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers is to capacity build. Capacity build these women so that they can be able to grow their businesses, so that they can have access to what everybody talks about, access to market and access to finance. Access to finance is there's a bit of readiness that needs to be done in different levels of when you want to access your finance. When I want 1,000 shillings, I can call you Maina and you can give me 1,000 shillings. Alone, then I can sell my products, I can sell to you. Or I can do Furisa because what I need is 1,000. When I want 10,000, I may need to walk into a bank and get a loan. When I walk into a bank, they need me to at least prove that I know what it is that I'm doing and I can be able to repay back that money. When I want 100 million, then it becomes another story. So there's preparedness that needs to be done for access to finance at different levels of stages. Access to market, the same thing that you're asking me. I'm selling in my neighborhood, I'm selling in my county, I'm selling in my country, I'm selling in my region, I am selling internationally. So you need to prepare yourself in different those spaces. You need to understand the market, you need to understand the dynamics of sending your goods from one place to the other place. So at the Women in Manufacturing platform, this is what we are doing. Which brings me to the point of saying that it is very, very important for business people or for entrepreneurs to join business association. Because business associations is where you meet with people who are doing the same thing that you're doing, and you can be able to learn from them, you can be able to exchange ideas, you can be able to grow yourself. So it is important, if you're in manufacturing, get yourself into the space of Women in Manufacturing platform at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. Get yourself into the space of the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, because what you learn from KEPSA might be the same or a bit different from what it is that you learn from KM. Get yourself into the chambers, into the EABC. You get information around all this. As your business grows, you need this information. So, and information is power. Source of information, a lot of source of information, especially for businesses, you get it from the business association. So, lovely. I hope I have answered your question.
A lot, in very big ways. Now, because people are going to find me, I need to get into the questions now. And I know I had a lot of things we could talk about, but very good work with the WIM and what you're doing. There's a lot of space there. There are actually many other questions we could ask about what you're doing. And by the way, how is the response so far? Are you happy with how women are coming forth?
Yes, we've done North Rift, we did Nakuru. We are going to Nyeri now, and we're also going.
Nyeri. I need to tell people of Nyeri, wanakuja. They are coming.
So Nyeri is my village. I come from Nyeri. So one of the things that I have to do is that you have to empower the people from home.
Don't forget people from home.
Don't forget people from home. So this is where we are going to Nyeri. So Nyeri we are coming, Machakos we are coming. In the month of November, we have those two areas that we are doing. Then we'll visit all the counties in this country by next year.
Rose Kate Mwende watching live from Embu County. Embu pia wanataka watakuja. They will come there as well. Let me see, what's your biggest challenge in entrepreneurship? That's a good question, but you've shared some of the challenges. Is there anyone that is big?
No, I think I talked about the two big things that I've talked about.
Right? So I think that was answered in the course as well, flowing. Gladys, thanks a lot. In Isli as well, watching us. Moses Munuve is saying, always a great inspiration, Mary. Keep up. Someone is saying, I'm taking notes. I don't even have questions. Oh, okay.
Allow me to talk about Moses Munuve. Moses Munuve works with GIZ, and GIZ is one party that has really helped me. They have a project that is called Creating Perspective. The reason why I'm saying business association, you get these opportunities from business opportunities. You see different programs that are empowering and are growing people. So I've been grown a lot by GIZ through that project that I'm calling the Creating Perspective. When I talked about Germany, you say that we'll get to talk about there. That is how I landed in Germany.
That's how you landed. Moses, I need to be your friend. Anyway, that's good. That's good. Very informative. Thanks, Samuel. Mushiri Kihyu. Good stuff. I mean, I'm learning a lot. Thanks a lot as well. And then this is what he says: women are the best customers for the products. You sort women and kids, that's how you smile all the way to the bank.
And I'll say something, and in our Women in Manufacturing report that we did, one of the things that came out very strongly is that women are the consumers. So even businesses, as we are asking manufacturers or entities to empower and include women in their doing business, we say that it makes business sense because they bring diversity in thinking. They are the consumers. They know what they need. So they will help you to almost not do too much trial and error because we are the women, you know what we need. We are the buyers, we are the consumers. So we can come up with a solution faster than when did you choose the unga that you're going to eat in your house, Maina? Your woman makes that choice. What drives her to make the choice of buying this and not the other? So when you work with the women, when you put them in your organization, that is the diversity that they bring. So when you are pushing for women to be included, the gender inclusivity, I think those are some of the strengths that women will bring.
There's someone who is saying there that, Najma is saying that entrepreneurs, I think they just quoted what you said, entrepreneurs live in the future, rarely in the present, never in the past. It's a very good quote for the day. That's a take home for everybody. So don't settle in other words. Thank you, Madam Mary. My notebook is getting full with your wisdom nuggets. Oh, lovely. Peter, what are you saying? The mind we need in Kenya, great inspiration. Thanks so much for the platform, for bringing great people like this in your platforms. And we appreciate. Thanks a lot for that. Shout out. By the way, because of that, wherever you are, tell me, I'll give you a sanitizer. I'm just saying. By the way, the comment that touches me the most will get a package courtesy of today. Yes. That's a deal, right?
Yes, it's a deal.
You see, there's a deal. So you better send me something that I will really look forward to. There's a critic here, though. Mushiri is worried. He's saying, we are empowering so much women. What about the men?
Let me say this, and I've talked about this in some forums. The reason why we are empowering women is because of our cultural barrier, the cultural norms. We are in a culture where that there's almost like an unspoken mindset of how women are supposed to behave or the things that the women are supposed to do. We are not coming to take the space of men because the men are already there. We are coming to complement that space so that we're able to work with them. So for me, the challenge that I would give to men is to stop seeing like we are empowering the women too much. They be part of this journey so that they can find what are the strengths that the women bring on board, what are the strengths of men, and how can we complement each other so that we can be able to grow in our businesses, to build our nation and all that.
It's complementary.
But when you look at it like a fight, then you get into being defensive, then you lose the big picture.
You lose the big picture.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, just focus on what you need to do. You never know, things will just flow as well. So
there's something I want to talk about, Maina. Allow me to say this. When you're a business person, when you're a leader, I've talked about getting into business space. It is very, very important also that the people who surround you, the people who surround your day-to-day are people who align with your thinking, with your vision, are people who you can be able to learn from. Don't just surround yourself with people who you think you're better than them because you will not get challenged. So it is important to create a team, not just for your business. I work a lot with mentors. I have mentors, and I work a lot with coaches. So I have coaches.
You have mentors as well.
Yes. And mentors for me are people who have been on the journey before me, and I have something that I can be able to learn from them. Coaches are people who are professional. They help me to organize and put through my thinking, create that focus that I'm talking about. And different coaches in different areas, because one coach may not necessarily give you all. So I have different coaches in different areas of need.
Wow, lovely. Those are tips. Actually, I wanted to say, what are your final tips you could share with entrepreneurs? Surround yourself with people who actually grow you. That's what you're saying, isn't it? Mentors in different sectors. I hope there is one more, because I'll still ask you that question. Is there another tip that you would share later on? Thank you guys for all your comments. Let me just read a few on YouTube as well. Diana Conde, thanks a lot. Ruth Moihaki, learning a lot from Mary. Dana was saying very insightful. Clement, you're talking about, this is inspiring, very impressive, that she learned something about everything and everything about something. Hiya. People are deriving wisdom from what you're saying. Thanks a lot for that. And I've seen your comment, Clement. I will reach out to you on that. So who's going to go home with something later on? We have about 3 minutes. Before then, let me just focus back to Mary. Do you realize I only asked half the questions I had planned to ask you, so that means we need another session with you. But what is the future? Let's talk about the future, and then we're going to advise the younger generation who will be looking up to you. What is the future of you as a person. And I like the fact that you say keep challenging yourself. But I would want to ask you, what is the future? Have you arrived yet, or the sky is still the limit?
No, the sky is the limit, but I'm clear on what I want. Yeah. In terms of leadership, I have leadership space in Kenya, in East Africa. Yes. I'm growing myself to be a global leader because it's a high time that we have to get products that are coming from Africa. Yeah. So we have to intentionally grow ourselves into that. So I'm growing myself to a global leader. Yeah. My businesses, I'm growing businesses that will grow beyond me. So for me, succession is critical. Yeah. And we talked about doing your business, working in your business, and I now want to talk about working on your business. Yeah. I am working on my business so that I'm able to build a business that grows beyond me. Yeah. A business that can learn way when Ngechu is gone. Yes. I do not want to do and put on this effort, and then when Ngechu is gone, yes, the business goes with me. You're right. That is not what it is that I want. Yeah. So I am working on building my business, a business that grows beyond me, and I'm also growing myself into a global leader, so that I can continue sharing my experiences and growing into my purpose. You're right. So a lot of people talk about what is your purpose. What is your purpose? In fact, I wanted to ask you, by the way, what did you say is your purpose? Yes, a lot of people talk about what is your purpose, and people keep saying, can your purpose change? For me, I've said and I've talked about that. Empowering others through sharing. That is my purpose. Empowering others through sharing. Yes. Empowering others through sharing, and in the space of entrepreneurship, because this is what I've done and I've done best. That's what you've done. So it can be what I'm doing today, it can be what I'm doing with Takataka Nimali, capacity building, showing up. I do a lot of factory visits. People come to see whatever it is that I've been able to achieve. A lot of people, business competitors in the business world, people say, keep your ideas, don't share your ideas. Somebody else will steal them. I say share your ideas, but cleverly. Know how it is that you're going to share. I do a lot of talking. I share a lot of ideas because it is through sharing, it is through talking that I'm able to develop my thinking. So if you keep quiet with your ideas, because other people are going to steal them, then you don't grow. You only limit yourself to whatever it is that you know. But when you share, as you're having that discussion, you get to hear what other people do. What is critical, and I will say this especially for the young entrepreneurs, I've had people saying that it was my idea. They stole my idea. And what I will say is that nobody can steal your idea because they only know what it is that you have told them. An idea is a process, is a very long journey. What you thought today, you'll think about the same thing but in a different way tomorrow. So keep thinking.